So let's talk about influence, okay? So influence, it's an essential element of both personal and professional success. What it lets you do is it lets you persuade other people to adopt your ideas, adopt your opinions and your perspectives, right? So what this does is it allows you to build meaningful relationships, leads to effective teamwork and also improved overall performance. But look, we often get this idea that influence is just charisma and it's being able to communicate with people, but it's actually rooted in the neural basis of social cognition. So when we understand the neural basis of influence, this is really crucial for anybody looking to enhance your social skills and also your ability to influence. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about influence, right? We know influence as being that ability to affect somebody's thoughts, somebody's emotions, or their behavior, right? So this is a critical element of interpersonal relationships, and it's absolutely necessary for achieving success both in personal and professional contexts. Now, the nervous system, your nervous system, it plays a really crucial role in your ability to influence others. There's different neural processes that underlie social cognition, which allows us as individuals to understand and respond to social cues in our environment day to day as we walk through life. So this is really understanding that idea there, it really is the basis of understanding social influence, right? So take a bit of time to sort of think about that and to process that. Let's take a look at the neural basis of influence. Now, social cognition, it involves a network of different brain regions, which include your prefrontal cortex, your anterior cingulate cortex, and also your mirror neuron system. So these different regions, they work together to support social influence by enabling perspective taking, empathy, and mimicry. So your prefrontal cortex, for example, it's involved in the regulation of behavior. It's involved in decision making and social cognition. Your anterior cingulate cortex, this is involved in the detection and the evaluation of social stimuli, while your mirror neuron system is responsible for imitating the actions of others. And these are all important when we talk about influence. So in addition to those brain regions, you have other things happening on a neurochemical level. You've got different neurotransmitters like dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin playing a big role in social influence. So dopamine, for example, it's involved in reward processing, and when it's released, it's associated with positive social interactions. Oxytocin, on the other hand, it's associated with social bonding and trust, and so it's released when we associate social touch and positive social interactions. Now, the last one, serotonin, this is involved in the regulation of mood and in social behavior, and it's been linked to concepts like social dominance and aggression. So there's a lot happening under the surface here as well, which all goes to help us be able to influence people. Now, let's have a little bit of a look at influence on professional performance, right? So when we understand the neural basis of influence, this can help us become more effective leaders and better communicators. For example, if you know how the brain processes social cues, this can help you to adjust your communication style to be able to fit your audience, right? So your ability to influence other people, it can also enhance your negotiation skills. It can enhance teamwork, and also it can make you better at resolving conflicts. So in contrast, if you have a lack of social influence, this can actually lead to reduced job performance, difficulties in building relationships, and a lower job satisfaction. So that's the professional. Let's look at the personal. Now, when we look at this in your personal life, this is your ability to really impact personal relationships, like whether that's romantic relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's family relationships. When we understand that neural basis of influence, this helps us to build stronger connections and to resolve conflicts in our personal relationships. So this includes the ability to empathize with other people and to understand their perspectives so that we can foster greater intimacy and greater levels of trust. So in contrast, let's look at that from the other angle. A lack of social influence can lead to social isolation. It can lead to loneliness, and it can lead to a reduced overall well-being. So this is really the start of that shift of understanding that influence isn't about making people do what we want them to do. That's not what it's about. It's really around these concepts of trust. It's around these ideas of social bonding, and it's really around these ideas of connecting with people. So while understanding the neural basis of influences is really essential, it's crucial to reflect on the ethical implications of using this knowledge to manipulate others, because this isn't what we should be using influence for. Influence can be used for both positive and negative outcomes. So before you go and use your powers of influence, think about the impact of your actions on other people's. And when we stop and we reflect on the ethical implications of social influence, this is where you can really navigate social situations more effectively, and you can use your influence in a more responsible manner to really improve those interpersonal relationships. So what does this all boil down to? Well, really, you need to consider the neural basis of influence as a critical element of both personal and professional success, of interpersonal brilliance. And when we understand how the brain processes social cues and the role of these neurotransmitters in social influence, well, this helps you become a more effective leader. This helps you become a better communicator and a better team member as well. It's also going to help you build stronger personal relationships, and it's going to improve your overall well-being. So while it's really great to learn all of this stuff and put it to use, the last thing I want to remind you about is it's really essential to reflect on the ethical implications of using influence to manipulate others, and it's really your responsibility to use this responsibly and ethically. Okay, that's all for today. Talk to you soon.